Wild Coast FM, your community connection.
Sizzle. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning, Finola, and hello to everybody listening out there, and special hello to all the women.
And there we go.
Women's Day today.
It is indeed.
So today we should be doing what we want to do.
Well, there we go. That's a good idea.
I know there's Mother's Day, but it's not quite the same.
It isn't.
Mother's Day, we all try and please one another, and the children please you. But today is your day.
That's it.
So if you want to have eggs on toast for breakfast, you have it.
Exactly.
And if you want to have nothing, and if you want to go out or go and visit your friends, I think it's your day to have your little
It's
bit.
your prerogative just to treat yourself just for one day.
That's right. Just for one day.
And I think if you are a working woman today, because some women have to work today, I think then alternatives is to do something quick and easy, but still tasty for dinner.
Exactly. Something that's not difficult.
There we
Something that's easy
go.
to make. I've got a very nice creamy mushroom and biltong soup,
Lovely, lovely.
which is infused with thyme. That's rather nice.
Oh, that sounds nice. And it's nice and light.
It's not
but still
heavy.
fills the gap.
That's quite interesting.
Okay.
And nice and creamy, and mushrooms always make things nice.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's very easy, this. You need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 medium onions, finely sliced, 2 leeks, finely sliced. You must use the leeks. It
Yes.
does make a difference.
Absolutely.
And then you need 500 grams of button mushroom sliced, 2 teaspoons of thyme,
Okay.
the dried herb.
Yes.
And then you need a cup of biltong powder. Now, you can buy the powder.
Yes.
Otherwise, you do get the finely grated, which is also all right.
I'm sure if it's very fine, it'll be fine.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then you need 4 cups of light chicken stock.
Okay.
And then just some sea salt and freshly ground whole black peppercorns,
Very
some
nice.
fresh chives, a cup of cream, and of course to serve that you need warm, crusty country loaf to serve.
This sounds delicious.
And they've got such lovely breads now at the local Spar shop.
I see so.
You can get something super to go with your soup.
Oh, yes.
That's for sure. And now what you need to do is you heat some olive oil in a large pot over medium heat, then saute the onions and the leeks for about 5 minutes or until they're soft. Don't let them get brown. They must just
Okay.
get translucent.
All right.
Just softened. And then you add the mushrooms and the thyme, and you cook stirring for another 5 minutes, and then it might get lightly brown, but that's fine.
Okay.
And then you stir through the biltong powder or your finely grated biltong. Then add your chicken stock, simmer for about half an hour. No, sorry, for about 10 minutes. You don't need to do it for longer
Oh,
than that.
okay.
Then blend half the soup with your mushrooms, so you're going to get a bit of a smooth, but then leave some of it so that you've got
Yes.
your pieces of mushrooms as well.
There we go.
And you return that to the soup, and then you just season it with black peppercorns and your salt.
Mushrooms and pepper, always very nice.
And then mix some fresh chopped chives with your salt. Actually, you first use your pepper, then your salt.
Okay.
Then add the cream, and then just heat it through. Don't boil it, because you don't want your cream to boil.
That's it.
And you season it to taste with your extra chives and whatever, and serve it immediately.
But Sandy, this sounds like a really nice soup. But you don't have to cook it for like 45 minutes to an hour.
which is so
It's-
easy. You see, the
Yes.
mushrooms don't take long.
That's true. That's
And
true.
that's what makes it so different.
What a nice, convenient soup recipe as well.
It is. It's very nice and so different. And talking about herby things,
Yes, always lovely.
it's always nice to have herby
Oh,
things.
fresh herbs, yeah.
What about trying some roasted beetroot? Have you ever
I haven't
tried
heard of
roasted?
that.
Yes, you can use it as a veg.
Yes.
It really is delicious. And if you do this one, it's very easy to do. It gets cooked with honey, some
Okay.
red wine, and coriander.
Ooh,
Absolutely delicious.
that does sound nice.
Now you take about a kg of beetroot, half a cup of olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic, lightly bashed, so
Okay, so
lightly
crush them a
crushed,
little bit, yes.
A tablespoon of Robertson's whole coriander. They are like seeds, round little boliki things.
Yes, yes.
2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of honey, and then your salt and your freshly ground black pepper. Now what you do is you preheat your oven to 200.
Okay.
And then you peel your beetroot and cut them in half. Then you toss it with the garlic, the olive oil, the red wine vinegar, and the honey, and your fresh whole coriander.
Oh, it's going to have a nice zing to it.
You season it with the salt and the freshly ground pepper. Line a baking tray with foil, add the beetroot and roast for about an hour until it's tender and caramelized. It gets that kind of caramelized sweet flavor. It's delicious.
I was just thinking because of the honey in that.
You serve it warm with the juices. As an added extra veg.
Do you know how nice that will be with something like a cabbage booty? You got what's today?
Well, you know, as I was saying, I collect recipes, of course.
Yes,
I
which is
collect
always
recipe
useful.
books. I have stacks of them. I read them.
Oh, fantastic.
You know, that's what I do for fun, is read recipe books, but I
Yes,
so
that's
enjoy
right.
it.
Yeah, there we go.
I do, and I enjoy it. And I had a very dear friend who was a neighbor, and she used to love collecting recipes.
Okay.
And she's since passed away, Nadine Rabbit, but I dug in some of her recipes and I saw this very interesting thing for caramel crunchies.
Something
As I said to you,
different.
so
Yeah.
different. Now, look, I haven't made them, but I'm going to give the recipe and let's see how it goes, because I'll go and try and make these today myself. It's so easy.
Yes.
All you need is 250 grams of oats,
Okay.
a can of caramel. Now, you buy the caramel condensed milk, you know, that's
Yes.
the one that's thick and
I think the
brownish.
caramel treat or something.
That's
Yes.
right. And 125 grams of marge or butter.
Okay.
Now, I would melt the marge. It doesn't say that here, but I would do that. What you do is you whisk your caramel until it's creamy, then add your marge and blend that well. Then stir in your oats and flatten it into a shallow grease tin and bake it at 180 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And then remove, cut into squares with a sharp knife and set aside, and then you can let it cool. And
Yeah,
eat
let it
up.
cool, I think, because then it'll also carry on setting.
That's right.
But this is nice for lunch boxes.
That's
and
right.
as we were saying with Women's Day, it's a very quick, convenient sweet treat recipe.
That's right, something that you can quickly run up.
Exactly.
And the kids and dad and everybody's going to be thrilled to have it with their coffee for afternoon tea, or
Well, hopefully
put it in the lunch boxes.
Hopefully Dad's got the kids and you can read your favorite book or watch your favorite movie
You're
for the
right.
afternoon, and you can quickly do that.
Yes,
And then
yes.
get back to what you're doing, and then you please everybody in the family afterwards.
That's right. And then an instant milk tart, something that you can make quickly. I know a lot of people do have recipes for this, but here's another one. You might not just have one, and so let's
And
do
you said
this
this
one.
is a no-bake one.
That's right. No
Okay.
baking for this. You need a packet of tennis biscuits, a tin of condensed milk. I see it's on special at the spa, by the way.
Okay. There we go.
1 egg, 2 well-rounded tablespoons of maizena, and 1 well-rounded tablespoon of custard powder. 1 liter of milk and half a cup of sugar. So it's not that difficult either. Now what you do is line an oblong dish with the biscuits, then beat your egg and mix your custard and maizena together with a little milk and add that together with your egg.
Okay.
Now boil your milk, sugar and condensed milk together, and when it reaches boiling point, remove it from the stove. Stir in the custard and egg mixture quite quickly so that no lumps form.
Okay.
And then return it to the stove and boil it for a couple of minutes, stirring all the time so that you don't get a lumpy mix.
Yes.
And then you just pour it gently over your biscuits, sprinkle with a few crushed biscuits or cinnamon. Don't cover it while it's cooling down. Just leave it open to cool down. And that can be eaten as a pudding as well, you know. So you don't have to have it as a tart or something to have for
Dessert specifically.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that would be nice actually to just serve as a dessert after you've had something
And also a nice, convenient recipe.
very convenient and nice and quick to do.
And something sweet, but not too sweet.
That's right. So that's what we need this day, that we don't have to overdo ourselves, moms.
I think we spend so much time in the kitchens as it is.
We do.
That Women's
We
Day
do.
is the last day that we want to spend slaving away in the kitchens as well.
Yeah, you're right. So I hope everybody's going to have a good holiday day today. It's such a beautiful day outside.
It is.
So actually even having a picnic would be a good idea today.
It's definitely
a wonderful
dry
day.
weather today as
It's
well.
dry weather as well, yes. Dry, picnicky weather. So
Yes.
get out. There's so many lovely things to do
Exactly.
and places to go to. If people want to, and if you want to treat your mom, take her to one of the local little restaurants that are open.
Yes.
Or pop down to the local brewery.
There we
They've
go.
got lovely things to eat there too. So, you know, all sorts of things to do in our area.
Yes.
If you want to treat mom with her not having to do anything, then do that.
We are lucky. We've got some fantastic places here.
We've got lovely places to
really,
go to.
really lovely.
And, even if you just want to go and sit somewhere and have a quick braai, out in find a nice little quiet spot to sit, we're lucky and blessed that we're in a safe-ish area.
Yes, so we can enjoy it and really have a wonderful day
That's right.
today.
So everybody have a wonderful day, and I look forward to chatting to you all again next week.
Brilliant. Sandy, thank you so much for coming in,
It's
and
a
enjoy the rest of
pleasure.
your Women's Day as well.
Thank you. Bye for now, everybody.